Well, thank you all very much. I just want to say that His Highness is a warrior. He was there fighting and does what needs to be done. And he is known for that. He is a brave man. He has a great country. It's a fantastic country. And they have been with the United States for a long time. But I would say that much more. Since I took office, I can say that they have invested trillions of dollars in the United States. And I was telling them earlier in another meeting that we have over $19 trillion being invested in the United States, which is a record. And that's building factories, car assembly plants, everything. We're doing things that have never been done before. The record was $3 billion many years ago with another country. And we're going to surpass 19. We should reach $19.3 trillion. So there will be nothing like it. I don't know if you can do better, but I just want to say that the relationship has been exceptional. He is a man who is greatly respected. Everyone respects him and respects his country. And it's an honor to be with you. And we just signed an agreement with Iran. This country has been a very powerful ally, and good things are happening. The ships are starting to move now. We're going to have everything fully open by Friday. The ships are starting to move well. The oil is starting to come out. Prices are dropping quickly. The stock market is rising quickly. Many good things are happening. And more importantly, Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. That's how I got involved in this. We can't let that happen, so they won't have a nuclear weapon. And besides that, I would like to ask Your Highness to say a few words. And if you want, we can answer some questions, please.
Well, it is truly a great pleasure, Your Excellency, Mr. President, to be here today with you, and I would like to emphasize that we are very grateful to have you here with us and as President of the United States. I want to deeply thank you for your constant support, for your commitment to your friends and all your allies, and I want to give a very special thanks for your crucial support during the 6-week war. That means a lot to us. And you have shown us who the true ally is, and without your constant support and commitment, Your Excellency, Mr. President, not only my country, but the entire Middle East would be in a completely different and uncertain situation today. So it is truly a pleasure to see you today, Mr. President, and thank you for giving us your time. And there are many things we can talk about to move forward. Our two countries, how we can make our relationship even better.
I love that. Thank you, my friend. See, when you're that rich, you can talk for that long. I was just wondering, can anyone even hear that? When you're that rich, you're so confident you don't even need to raise your voice. He's great. So, do you have any questions? What should we expect from the second round of diplomatic negotiations? I think it'll happen more or less on schedule. Both of us have been involved. I think they'll want to wrap this up. Iran wants to wrap this up. They need to get back to business. And now the relationship is normalized. So I think it's going to happen pretty quickly. It could be quick. It might take longer too, but it could be quick. There's so much interest in the text of the document. Why not make the conversation public? I will. And before that, well, I would have preferred to have a formal setting before we started, but I have no problem with it. It's a great document. Here it is. What does it say? Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. That's what it says. They won't have one to buy, to develop. They won't have a nuclear weapon. And I would say that's about 99.9% of what I wanted, because we couldn't let that happen. We couldn't let that happen. They will not have a nuclear weapon. Now, besides that, the strait will remain open without a toll, and it will be toll-free beyond the 60 days, right? Someone said it's toll-free for 6. No, it's toll-free, period. It will be toll-free when it opens permanently. I want to congratulate our Navy, because the naval blockade was unbelievable. But actually, I'm not only going to release it, I'll probably hold a press conference and I'll read it to you, word for word, so that the press covers it accurately. Because it's a very important document. And unlike Obama, who could have destroyed the Middle East with the horrible JCPOA, this is the worst deal. That was a path to a nuclear weapon. Mine is a barrier against a nuclear weapon. I mean, I see people saying we already had it. He paid a fortune, but we didn't pay anything. There was a statement, we're going to spend $300 billion. No, we're not. We have permission to enter and invest if we want to someday in the future. We have no obligation, absolutely none. It may be that Iran ends up being successful when they have oil. But if we had left a week ago, before the last two attacks, it would have taken 20 years to rebuild Iran. But I will review the document with the mainstream media in just a few days.
President, weeks ago you wanted other nations to join the Abraham Accords like the Emirates. Has there been any discussion with Arab leaders about this?
About what?
About the Abraham Accords, is it or not?
Well, I would love to have them. This is a very forward-thinking man. He was one of the first to join and did very well with them, with the whole process, the Abraham Accords. No, it is. I think that should happen. The big obstacle to the Abraham Accords. We have our original countries, very smart countries, every one of them. You realize that even during that period of conflict, no one gave up. No one said, wow, I'm going to give up. No one. I think all of them will join, yes, the Abraham Accords. The only conflict was a place called Iran. And I understand that, you know? It's a bit difficult when people were afraid of Iran. But I think they're all going to start showing up. Good question, actually. President?
What do you say to Republicans like Senator Lindsey Graham, who is skeptical about the MOU?
Lindsey is skeptical? Yes. Wait, Lindsey, he's going to be in trouble. Lindsey is good. Lindsey is fine. He's not skeptical. He's great. Look, this agreement covers something very well. We're not paying for anything. We're not doing anything. The markets are now higher than when we started. Remember that. The stock market is at 2,500 points or more. Higher than when yeah, it's really impressive. It is. This deal is about one thing, that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. Never, ever, under any circumstances. The rest is irrelevant, frankly.
Graham also said that any eventual deal with Iran should be sent to Congress for review. Would you do that?
I never thought about it, but I would. I wouldn't mind. I mean, the Democrats, we call them Democrats because they're dumb people. The Democrats are. Well, what I'd like to do is send it to Congress saying you shouldn't approve it. And I'm going to get it approved because they do everything I say. They want to do the opposite. That's not working out very well for them, by the way. But yes, I would. I never thought about it, but I will do it. I'll send it to Congress. I like the idea. You're on your own. Good luck. I mean, who wouldn't approve that? Come on, let's let them have a nuclear weapon. They'll say they should have a nuclear weapon. They're going to go crazy. I like the idea. I sent it to Congress. Right.
Mr. President, have you been briefed about the attack plans for the UFC event at the White House? The FBI foiled the attack.
I haven't heard about that, no, but I watched it. The attack I saw was from the fighters. And he saw it too, by the way. He was sitting at home in his beautiful palace and he was watching it. And they fought as well as I've ever seen, right? The best. The best. They were great. That last fight was brutal. Wow. And the last two fights were good.
Both fights, yeah.
It was all good. It was a great night. It was very different for the White House, but Amar, I wish you were there. We built an amazing arena. Dana did a great job.
Will there be a fight next year, President?
Well, I don't know. You've managed to do this for 250 years. Maybe in another 50, maybe in 300, Mr. President.
Are you considering increasing sanctions on Russia and whether you will renew those?
Well, we might be able to do that soon because oil is now flowing. So we lifted the sanctions because obviously we don't want to stop the oil. So we're in a position to do that soon. Let them expire. Yeah, okay, at some point.
Mr. President, I have a question.
Yes.
About the state.
What a handsome person. Is he from your country? Did you see that? Is he from there? For sure. No, he has such a pleasant way. My people they are so mean. What a handsome guy. Gather them. Careful, huh? I could put him in a movie right now. Go ahead.
Mr. President, how can we ensure that the Strait of Hormuz remains open for free navigation in the future?
You need a strong president in the United States. That's the only way to do it, I think, when you consider that we have all the agreements you want. Agreements mean nothing to bad people. Look, we were the ones who blocked him. They blocked. And then we said, well, we blocked it for them, so they didn't get any oil. You're going to need to have, and this goes for a lot of things, if you have a strong president in the United States, a lot of good things will happen, you know? You know that better than anyone, right? For sure. You know that better than anyone.
Can you talk about the plan for the enriched uranium inside the mountain?
We know, let's go.
Iran said they would accept the U.S. How specific were they?
Iran will be fine. What's happening is that at the appropriate time, there's no rush. We have space-based cameras monitoring it. We know everyone who goes there, which is practically no one. The B-2 bombers hit the location. The entire mountain collapsed from the inside. It's a tough excavation. No one else can do this except us and probably China. We both have the equipment. We're not managing it now, but we'll finish quickly and destroy it.
It's part of the plan.
We don't want to take it, we want to destroy it. We have plenty of it.
What brings you two to dinner in Versailles, France, tomorrow night?
Well, I'm a fan of beautiful places, and I was leaving in the afternoon, and then the French president, who happens to be a very nice man, invited me to dinner in Versailles. And Versailles isn't just gold leaf. Versailles is real. I said I'd like to go. All that means is I'll get home later. Actually, it's early in the morning and I don't really sleep much anyway. I'll be in the Oval Office. I won't waste any time in the Oval Office. So I have to say this. Our country is doing very well. We are doing better than ever as a country. The stock market is up. Our 401ks are at record levels, up 25%, and we're doing very well. And now you'll see prices coming down. When I took office, prices were very high. We had the worst inflation in our history. Prices went up. Eggs and bacon were expensive. Everything was costly. The first thing they asked was about affordability. I held a press conference the day after I took office, and these people said, "What about affordability?" I said, "I didn't cause this, but I'm bringing it down." And now, with fuel prices dropping a lot, you saw yesterday it dropped $6, $7. With fuel prices going down, everything else goes down too. I've always said that, right? Fuel, it's a great business because as fuel goes, everything goes. Fuel prices are dropping. Now it's around $70 per barrel, and I think we'll be able to bring it down even more. I was in Iowa, and we had great victories in Iowa. And when I left, I noticed at the gas station $1.85 per gallon. That's where we were. It's usually a little more expensive, but I saw two stations, $1.85. There was $1.90. And you know, we're going to reach those levels, so I'm very honored. Thank you all very much. You are very good.
Very good.